So, I'm just chiming in. I guess there's just a couple of things I kind of want to talk about real fast. First is going to be the Battle Pass Season 18, which was released for Honkai Impact the third version 5.0. I guess I'm talking about as I see it here in global. And specifically, I want to talk about the Vanguard BP. The Vanguard BP in the manner of the fact that its levels is increased from 50 to level 60. Now, why does that matter? That's because in all the prior versions, the max level for Vanguard BP used to end at 50. And it's been, advertised or stated or, put out there that the rewards are increased. And in this case, I guess specifically talking about the crystallum that you get. Everyone knows that you get 3 crystallum. Well, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because some people might think that you're getting 3 crystallum within 50 levels, when that's not the case. The reason why that matters is because you'll need to be spending more stamina and spending more effort than you normally would in order to get your 3rd free crystallum. So I wanted to try to bring that to people's attention, because you might think, oh, well, I'll just keep playing the game the way I've been playing it and I should get 3 crystallum. Well, no, because it requires more battle points in order to get to level 60. So if you're in a habit of trying to save stam or just trying not to spend time doing content, which may be giving battle points, you might find that at the end of the season that you don't have enough in order to be able to get your 3rd free crystallum. And then if you're really unfortunate, you might not even be able to get to level 60 because it's too late. Because even if you were to purchase, let's say, a knight battle pass or even a paladin, you might still not get enough battle points. So I just wanted to point that out. Again, just to reiterate that the Vanguard BP, which gives you 3 free crystallum, its level has been increased from level 50 to level 60. And so you want to make sure that you're coming into the game every day and you're doing all the content that will give you battle pass points. Also, too, you want to make sure you're doing any event content that would also too give you battle pass points. All right, so that pretty much covers what I wanted to talk about for the battle pass. Moving on to the Elysian Realm. The first thing I want to do is correct some misinformation. I guess on a side note, saying that word has such a negative political connotation that I almost don't want to say it. All right, but getting back on topic. In one of my previous videos, I had stated that the currency to upgrade the Valkyries in the Elysian Realm that you can play with, I had made a very strong implication or stated that the currency to upgrade them is shared, and that is not true. Each Valkyrie in here has their own currency in order to upgrade them. Here, if you take a look, you can see that Valkyrie Glorious is like a brick orange type of color, and then you have Argent Knight Artemis, and hers looks like it's a purplish blue. So that's the misinformation I wanted to correct. I guess the moving on, what I wanted to kind of like confirm is I had stated in one of my prior videos that, like especially when it comes to Valkyries, to watch out when they put like characters like Ritual MO in here to get you to dump resources. Well, after playing the Elysian Realms a significant amount of time, I actually was able to make it to floor 16, and I was using Ritual Mayo. But as I progressed through the floors over and over again, I just realized, like, man, how much damage you would need to be putting out in order to really like to be successful more reliably. And that's when it just kind of really hit me that, you know, like these characters that they put in here, it's definitely designed to, unfortunately, like coerce or pressure or manipulate people into spending rural money to try to get them upgraded just so they could do this content. Like these other characters in here, like Ritual and Mayo, and all these other ones, like I guess Valkyrie Gloria. Not many people would have chosen to build Valkyrie Gloria. Then you have Princess and Dervertling. Some people just don't like the crossover characters. I don't know. I guess it's like all these characters. You don't normally. They're not used in like a widespread areas of the game, or they're not used widespread across the game in different game modes. So, I guess just confirming it will take a significant effort to try to build these heroes up to get them to the point to where they could be successful reliably. And so I just kind of wanted to like reiterate that or bring a focus back to that this choice to put some of these characters in here, I think personally, I think it's somewhat inconsiderate. I think it's um, disrespectful, and I think it's a little bit of betrayal. All those things I just mentioned to the player base, or to a lot of people in the player base. I've watched some videos and I've seen people saying, "Yeah, I can't make it past this floor," and there's all this other stuff. I guess I'm not quite sure if they have them geared or not, but it's like I don't know. They could have just used some. They could put some other options here with some Valkyries that are more like used widespread across the different game modes in Honkai Impact the Third. The other thing that I wanted to talk about was the battles, and I got to say that the battles, there's enough complexity in the battles in order to keep you engaged. And on a side note, the battles, the way that they're designed, it reminds me of Diablo 3. And this game mode just really is kind of like very similar to Diablo 3. Um, when you go to start, the enemies have affixes in a way, kind of like in Diablo 3, where you have like champion packs and elite packs. They can have different affixes, affixes. Essentially, they have different like properties that allow them to do special types of attacks, and they get like 4 of those properties, which can make a very challenging like a combination of attacks from the enemy that you have to try to avoid and things like that, and make sure you're still able to defeat the enemy. Well, that's what it's like in Honkai Impact 3 with this Elysian Realm, is that the enemies, they have different abilities, beyond what they would normally have, that can make them challenging to face, and you don't know what kind of combination of these abilities, extra abilities that they will have. So, in that regard, it really reminded me a lot of Diablo 3. Also, too, with all the floors, I guess there's not a lot of floors in this game. It has 4. It has safe, normal, dangerous, and real. And that's kind of akin to the greater rift levels in Diablo 3. So, I don't know. And then once I got on the floors and fighting the enemies, the way the enemies come at you, sometimes in waves, it just made me really think, or make me really reminiscent for Diablo 3. Um, I guess getting back on topic, getting about the battles. The one thing about these battles that kind of or like the battle systems that really bothered me is, the RNG to the buffs. I kind of just remember dealing with this in Threshold Breach, but it was like Threshold Breach. I didn't have to. There was no real, let's say, desire to try to be like, oh, I got to clear all the floors. Well, in this game, it's like you want to. I will say there is a somewhat of a desire to clear the floors, basically because of how engaging the battles are. And the problem is that the RNG and getting the buffs, it kind of makes you not want to really like play the game or play this game mode. It's like you get into the game mode, and once you realize you're not getting buffs, you just quit. And it's like it becomes like starting a game, playing it, then quitting, either within a few seconds or in a few minutes, or even after, if you're unfortunate enough, after like 20, 30 minutes, because you just like, man, I'm just not getting the buffs I need to succeed. It just gets really, it just gets old real fast. And I think that, MiHoYo should put a way in the game for people to be able to like choose buffs on some type of reliable basis, or in other words, they should be able to get buffs that they would need in order to make their character really strong and succeed. And I really think they should do that starting out with the buffs that you get from Elysia, because Elysia seems to give you the buffs that are specific to the character or to the Valkyrie battlesuit that you're playing. So it could just alleviate a lot of the RNG, which would alleviate a lot of the, let's say, disappointment when you don't get buffs, which will also to alleviate the amount of time you're wasting from going into the game mode, starting it, and then exiting it when you realize you're not getting the buffs that you need. I guess that's pretty much it for the battle game mode. The only other thing that I could possibly mention is that I think the interface to this game or to this game mode is really well done. I touched on this, but now I touched on this in a previous video, but now that I've actually spent a significant amount of time with it, the quality, like the graphics, the audio, the way like the animations of what's going on, as well as the transitions, it's all very well done. I gotta say, this for mobile games, this would be like a AAA type of quality for a mobile game. So I just wanted to at least acknowledge how, well done this area or this new game mode interface or this new game mode area is in terms of its production quality, its its graphics quality, its audio quality, its user interface quality, and user experience. I guess that's pretty much it that I wanted to chime in on, like, for real. I guess the only other thing I could think of to do is to I just happened to do a record. I won't say happened, but I decided to do a record when I was playing on the difficulty, what is that? No, dangerous. I was playing on sequence dangerous, and I made it to floor 12. I mean, I made it to floor 16, but before that, once I realized that, oh man, I'm at floor 12, I started recording. So I'll just go ahead. That was in a separate point in time, so I have to tack that on at the end. So I'll just put that there so you can see, me dealing with that for the first time. So I guess what I have to do before that, but what I would like to do before I get to that is to show the equipment, or just basically show my ritual Amayo. Here she is. She's just using a Judgment of Shamash. If you're paying attention and looking closely, you can see that it's only 4 stars. I just didn't take it to the last level. Her stigmata pieces, shoulders are banned. The shoulders are banned set. And, the affixes I have on them aren't really too spectacular. That's because I generally just run this equipment on Night Squire, and it works out pretty well with these affixes on Night Squire. In terms of Ritual Amoyo's skills, I only took her skills to the point to the required advanced skill material. None of her skills are like fully upgraded that require advanced skill material. And so that's my ritual Amayo. She's only SS rank as well. So what I guess I'll do from here is just go ahead and cut it straight away to sequence dangerous, where I started recording. Using Ritual Amayo. The buffs that I used, I have the Moth Insignia, which is not a buff, but it's the sigil that you get. It's like the starter sigil that you get. I'm using Signets of Deliverance, boosting total damage, boosting physical damage, ultimate restores SP. I've got these Signets of Gold, Rakataff of Creeks. Every 10 SP boost physical and elemental damage. And Rakataff of Good Wine, restore 1.5 SP per second. I have these Signets of Decimation, where I get 100, where every 100 HP loss, I get total damage 1%, physical and elemental damage by 0.8%. I reduce damage taken by 0.8%, and I increase my max HP by 25%. I have the motto of Asavakaya. Attacks grant 25 bonus combo hits on hit. 5-second cooldown. Bountiful Blossom Koyo. Triggering ultimate evasion skill. Total damage taken by all enemies increases by 30% for 8 seconds. Then have the Sickness of Vicissitude. Total damage increases by 1%. Physical damage increases by 0.8%. Physical breach increases by 0.6% per second. All of these have 40 stacks max. And then I have these signets of, I'm not too sure if that's a typo, if that's supposed to be, but it's for the Elysian signets. The Blessing of Torch, which gives me, when a combo attack with KE consumes, all gun turrets fire laser at the target for attack for stacks of 2200% attack of physical damage times the number of combo attack stacks. Blessing of Dawn. The next combo attack, all at full K, the next combo that consumes all of it to consume 4 stacks and additionally fire 400 missiles dealing 3600% of attack. Physical damage double against shields. Blessing of Prosperity. After evasion, dash to the enemies for an aerial attack, which can be connected to basic attack sequence 4. Basic attack sequence 6 restores 200k on one hit. I'm going to try to see how far I can go. And I guess I'll talk about this later, or either in a later part of the video or in an earlier part of the video. I haven't decided yet. Gotta decide who to go with. Gotta clean the screen. I think what I'm going to do Calp is total damage, physical damage, reduces damage, increases max HP. I should focus on doing more damage. I don't think I have enough tokens to really benefit from going to the shop. I might be able to buy like 2 things. Let's see if I can't get a physical breach. See what I'm fighting here. couldn't see there. I'm not too sure what this final battle is. Let's see, what do I need? I tried. Need some damage reduction. I'm not sure what that does. There's a quirk with this character. It's like she gets locked out of animations. And it's like if you try to attack with her after doing a dodge, it's like she doesn't respond. I'm going to go with that because a lot of the enemies, they're like constantly attacking. It's almost impossible to dodge all attacks. So trying to get this to stack up to 60 will be a feat in and of itself. But starting with one stack of soldiers resolve, what that will allow me to do is get one free, allow me to take one free hit and not get any damage. I've never seen this boss before, so I don't know who this is. Oh, brother. See right there. See right there. Well, at least I made it there. It's a psychic enemy because I was down attacking it. Like I was. It was a the boss's type. The boss's battlesuit type is a counter to my type. So I'm just gonna do like decreased damage. So so that's that. Well, as an afterthought, I thought about maybe showing why I'm not using any of the other Valkyries that I have available to me. I guess starting with the Valkyries are showing here. I have Argentine Artemis, but I currently don't have another scythe for a scythe that deals ice damage. I don't have any ice stigmata either. At least not that's gotcha. The only ice stigmata set that I have is who is this? Rolled at Moodson. This is the only ice stigmata set that I have. And I'm pretty sure that won't cut it. So I don't really have any equipment for her. All of her skills are leveled up and she's currently rank S. I have Valkyrie Gloria. I currently don't have a lance for her. I can forge one based on what I've seen. I don't have any fire stigmata for her. The only thing I have is Wang Zhao Jun. I'm pretty sure that won't cut it. I mean, I'm currently working on acquiring Lowenhoek, but that will take a long time. I won't have that ready. The only way I can have that ready is if I were to spend World money on the night BP, and I'm currently not really willing to do that. In terms of Princess der Verling, she's currently level 1 A rank. I haven't upgraded her skills or anything. I haven't gotten her to S rank either. You know, I guess I'm just not really too interested to play her. I mean, I've It's like, why would I invest into her when I have a triple S rank, Yai Sakura or Darkbolt Jonin, with a pre-arm that if I wanted to, I could upgrade fully, and stigmata pieces that I guess, even though I could put it on her, I could do the same to Princess de Verderling. But mainly, she's a triple S. Even though she's not awakened, she takes as many fragments as an awakened character. And she has a pre-arm. And all of her skills are upgraded. These suckers required advanced skill material. So why would I all of her SP is fully upgraded. Or her SP skills. So it's like, why would I want to repeat the process with another biotype lightning damage dealing character? Is there even a pre-arm for her? Where's the bow? This is probably forgeable. So this is where her damage comes from. But anyway, I see how she works. But it's just too huge of an investment to try to just build her to play with over other heroes that I've already made the investment to. I mean, not only do I have Darkbolt Jonin, I have Valkyrie HI3rd with her augment. Which is all ranked up to level 6. Everything is fully maxed. Same thing with Valkyrie HI3rd and her triple S rank, her skills. And I just recently got Shadow Knight. Triple S. All of her skills, everything's all upgraded. Got her equipment. I made the investment into these things. Currently I'm working on making another investment. It's like, why would I want to keep repeating this process? It took me like, in actual days logged in, maybe like 8 months, 9 months to make this happen. Just why would I want to do this over again? So that's the reason why I'm not using the other characters to play with, mainly because I've either not built them up, or like I never didn't like get them to like higher than S rank or even to S rank, and I don't have any of their equipment. So now that's that. I tacked this on, by the way. I ended the video earlier. I just decided to add this as additional info.